Good day, comic fam, Comics of the Voice. Today is a big haul. It's from my buddy Matt, who does Captive Audience Comics. It's an online comic store. And he did this big blowout today where everything was $1. So he had, God, I don't even know, there was like 5-6 tables just loaded with or long boxes of comic books. And it was in no particular order, so he had to dive in and dig every damn book. And everything was $1. So, oh, Jesus. Yeah, I got 1 or 2. Yeah, eventually I just abandoned my whole project and left as it was getting out of control. But you know the funny part? Every time I go to cons, I bring just a certain amount of money, and then when I'm done, I'm done. That's it. So I'm, pacing myself. So let's see what we got in the stack. Stay tuned. Alright, comic fam. Boy, oh boy, this is a big pile. But you know what? I gotta tell you something. This is an interesting little story, and I'm pretty sure Matt, he was kind of snickering at the end there. So, when I was finished, I'm counting them all out for him, and I'm like, yeah, there's 40 books here. And a couple of trades, and everything's $1 a piece. And then I said I didn't bring enough cash, so I'm gonna have to do the debit. So he had his little debit machine there. So what does he do? He ends up charging me half the price. He charged me $20 for this whole stack. So basically 50 cents a book. And I didn't realize it until I got home, because I stopped and I got gas in the car, and then I paid, funny enough, for the gas I paid $40. So and I look at my bank statement and I see the 40 on there, and then I see the 20, and I'm like, what the hell's the 20? Because it should be 40 and 40. But then I realized, wait a minute, he only charged me 50 cents a book instead of $1 a book. So, Matt, I love you, brother. You want guys that take care of you like that. So LCSs, online stores, whatever. I mean, if you're a continuous customer, you're loyal, and you have integrity, they play it forward. You end up getting stuff back at the end of the day. So that means that I got these 2 first trades. It's like little mini trades for 50 cents. And I was looking at the back, and this thing is mint. This is perfect. Like, nobody's read this one. I read the back. This is the issue 1. This one is $20 Canadian and $15 US. And 50 cents. You just can't beat a deal like that, And I like myself a DC, and we see who's right in the middle of that one there. And then I found volume 2 there. And, Matt's looking at me and he's laughing. He's going, oh, you caught those, did you? I threw a few trades in there. And I said, yeah, I caught them. Because he had them right off to the side when he first came in. I didn't shoot any footage in there because it was just, tons of people. And it was just a few tables, or set up around there. So I didn't bother to film any footage of me digging through all those books and all those bins. But yeah, right off to the one side I come in, and boom, there's these ones, Justice Society, which is fantastic. And then as I'm digging through, and I'm like, oh yeah, maybe I'll find 1 or 2 books that I'll want. I should know better by now. I've been doing this long enough. You find stuff like that for 50 cents, sure, I'll take it. And then there was a nice little run of higher issues, the ones that I was missing. I already have that one, but they're crispy, they're nice. So this is issue 70. It's another one. This is kind of my ongoing quest. 71. So I don't have the higher issues of this one, which is pretty cool. So I managed to find these higher issues, and that one's 72. So that's pretty cool. Then I found a little honey hole of my Battlestar Galactica. That's issue 23, newsstand. So I just recently finished that one not too long ago, about a year ago. I was going through the run of both directs, newsstands, second prints, and the whole thing. So now I have all the variants for this whole series, which is pretty cool. Then I grabbed these. I'm not necessarily collecting this stuff. Like I have a number 2 and a 9.6, I think, or 9.8, 9.6, I think. So the early Spider-Woman. So this is issue 11. I found issue 12 was there. Yep. As Marcus would say, do butts. If you guys ever watched his Chill show, FOC and Chill. Then we got issue 43. So I got all these for 50 cents. So I'll take it, sure. And this one I saw, I can't leave it on the table. I couldn't leave this for 50 cents. Luke Cage, Hero for Hire, issue number 4. Good little 20 center. Now you're looking at this and you're going, oh my god, that was in the frickin' dollar bins. Don't get excited. The back cover, half of it's ripped off and it's torn as shit. But the front looks fine. But yeah, if you were to send this in, she's getting probably a 1.8 or something, because the whole back cover is just trashed. Then I saw these ones here, some John Byrne goodness, and I had to grab it. It's called No, 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 Babe. Well, it's just Babe, but guy's going, no, 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 babe. I wonder why. You know, he's bringing the blanket. She's got the hair covering up and the hand covering up the precious parts. That's a John Byrne goodness. That's a 4-issue series, and I'm digging through, and then I find issue 2. And then I find issue 3. I didn't find number 4, though. It's a 4-issue series. I dug, but I did not find issue 4. So 3 out of 4 ain't bad. And I found me some Hellblazer from the Rebirth. I think this one ran like 200 and something issues. Oh no, that's the first series of Hellblazer. So I'm thinking of. I don't know how long this one lasted for, but again, 50 cents. You can't leave it on the table. Same thing with this one, Moon Knight number 5. This one's not bad. Like it's a lowish grade, lowish to mid grade, but everything's intact on this one. So Moon Knight number 5, and then, you know, this was a book that I was hunting for too, and I found it. But I already had a copy of it, but now I got a second copy, and this one's nice and crispy. So this is Wonder Woman 2, but look it up in the top corner up here. It's called the No Month variant. So this one came in like a poly pack of multiple books. So I already had a copy of this one, but I think this one might even be nicer copy than the current one that I have, in 50 cents. And then these are basically doubles. Some of them are doubles. This one is the one I don't have, 92. So that was a score. And for 50 cents, of course, I'm not going to leave that on the table. So 92, that was one that was missing off my list. So boom, got another one. And then you saw these, well, 86. I just ended up picking this one up from my comic shop. So now I have 2 copies of this one. Is that direct? Yeah, it's direct. Hoping it was a newsstand for a second. And yes, I have this one too. It's 93. But, you know, 50 cents. I don't mind having second and third copies of these books, because they're great, because I can look at them and see which ones are minty enough to possibly ever go into CGC. I don't know. Sergio Argento, this guy from Mad. Grew number 1. That's pretty cool. So I was surprised to find that one in. Aragones. I think it's Aragones. Aragones. So Image, 50 cents. Why not? This one is Mike Grell's Shaman's Tears, and I just love the image of the Eye of Ra, because I drew a tattoo for my wife, and it's on her shoulder, and it's this right here, the Eye of Ra. So that one kind of resonated, which is pretty cool. I don't know why I grabbed this one, but you know, it just caught my eye, and it's 50 cents. The Wedding of Dracula, Blood Rights. Looked like a cool one. I like the vampire stuff. And I don't know why, I'm a sucker for these books too. And I'm always searching for the error variant where the color's messed up. This is Bloodshot. Is this 1 or 0? Yeah, it's issue 0. So I found Bloodshot issue 0. That's that shiny. I have this one in a 9.6 and I have it signed. And I also have this one also in a 9.6. That's pretty cool. But again, 50 cents, why not? And this one made me laugh because my comic shop is named Worlds Collide. So, and this one's still in the poly bag, so that's pretty cool. So it's called Worlds Collide, Rift Between Worlds. I'd never seen this one before. Well, I might have seen it before, but it might have been a long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. So, you know, my comic store is called Worlds Collide, so gotta have the namesake. And it was funny because the earlier I went to another one of his shows where he was doing the dollar stuff, and I'd found the first 3 issues of this book, but I never found number 4 until today. And there it is, Shadow Masters number 4, which is pretty cool. It was actually, they're all 4 of the issues, they were all taped together, so I pulled them apart and took out the one I wanted. And another one I'm a sucker for is these Topps books. So I picked up Zorro number 1. I don't know if it's just a 2 issue. Some of these are just 2 issue series. Usually says sometimes. It just says first collector's item issue. So, you know, it's always a collector's item because they're rare. It's Topps cards, for God's sakes. These guys make gazillions of stuff. And that's issue 2. And then another one I found, which is pretty neat, is the Lone Ranger and Tonto breakup. Uh-oh. They had a good run, but they broke up like a band. So that's a 4-issue series. I found this issue 1. There's issue 2. And we got issue 3. And no issue 4. That'll be the next show. The next show that he does, I will find all the rest. Oh my god, yeah. And then I found a bunch of these too. So I don't know if I've finished the run now, but I showed you guys in a previous video all those Route 66 books. So I had number 14 up. These were the rest of them. So I found these 50 cents a piece. 4. Issue 5. So now I've got like a big run because I got the first, I'm pretty sure the first 3. That's issue 6. I dig that cover. That's pretty cool. Issue 7. Patrolman Perdition. Abandon all hope. Oh, I like that. That's a cool badge. Wouldn't you like to be wearing a badge like that? He's a patrolman for Perdition. Abandon all hope. So that's issue 7. And again, these were all 50 cents, so phenomenal. So I didn't have to go back to my comic shop and pay like $2-3 a pop for them, plus shipping, plus exchange, all that stuff. So issue 8. That's another cool cover. Issue 9. And like I said, this series intrigued me, and obviously it took off, and other people liked it too because it wouldn't have run this long. I think I have up to 22 issues now. So, and then issue 11. I don't think those people are who they seem they are. That's funny how they have masks of humans, but they're demons. Irony, eh? Issue 12. And we got issue 13. Oh, that's a cool one too. I like that. With the magic, the whole blue fire, and the magic coming out of the hands. See, that's that. Gotta have the special effects to go with it. And then issue 14. And then I showed you in the other video I had from 15 up to 20, 21 or 22. Those ones I paid $2 for. These ones I paid 50 cents for. So now I think I'll take all of them. I'll figure out the money that I paid for all 22 issues and I'll just average it out. Is that cheating? Yes, probably. So yeah, that's quite a stack. Like you tell me, comic fam. all these. Would you pay 20 bucks for that whole stack? Absolutely, especially the trades alone. So basically what I paid for this entire run was that one trade book. The first one, the Justice Society. That was 20 bucks. Right? And I mean, these are minty, minty, minty. Oh yeah, and it's the good, you know, it's the good pulp paper. Oh, they smell good too. Don't you just, oh yeah. Toxic ink, highly toxic ink. So good for you. But yeah, 20 bucks just for that one alone, 50 cents a piece, 20 bucks for the whole thing. Phenomenal. So yeah, so that was a score. Pretty happy with that one. Hope you guys enjoyed seeing the little honey holes that I've got. Dig. Go out there and dig. You just don't know what the hell you're going to find. There are still deals to be had. I've been saying it for a little bit of time now. This is like the golden age of comic book collecting again. Like, this is the time, even though there's still that stupid FOMO crap for brand new books, but man, deals can be had out there. You just have to be patient. That's what this whole game is. Enjoy the books, love the stories, read your books, people. So we will talk to you on the next one. BOCC. Take care.